What do you think caused the various sides to come together to lead us to where we are this afternoon at 2:10 p.m. Eastern?
Well, I think this has been a death by 1,000 cuts, so it's been the accumulation of government workers not getting paid, that impact on the economy. People are talking about the airport slowdowns today, although I would point out that these are at airports that are regularly suffering through delays, being LaGuardia, Newark, Atlanta.
Well, you can say that again.
Yeah, so I think people overdo the airport angle on this. Let me give you another alternative to that, Tyler, which is a Washington Post article out this morning, which had IRS workers not showing up and not taking calls. We're going into tax season, and you want to get constituents and taxpayers riled up and angry, just have them sit on the phone when they're calling into the IRS as they're trying to get their tax questions answered, and no one's picking up the phone. I think that those are the type of events that resonate then back in Washington and really started to lead to this deal, more so than the airport issue.
I saw that too, Brian. They said 26,000 IRS workers were recalled, but that 14,000 of them couldn't be reached or were exempt because of hardship. So that's more than half of those workers who, at least the article makes it sound like, aren't on the job. And only a slight increase, as we understand it, in the air traffic controllers who called out led to this mess today. Yeah, if you want to get a constituent riled up, having a problem with the IRS and their tax returns at the beginning of the year, boy, to me that is a recipe to really start, stirring the pot, getting the populace upset about the shutdown. That hits home real close.
And that's a bipartisan thing.
Absolutely.
A taxpayer, myself included, I don't care. If I can't get my refund, I'm ticked off at both sides.
Absolutely.
For it. So it's one thing that I think everybody could agree with on that point.
And one more thing that we haven't had yet, it hasn't occurred yet, but I think it was in the distance, is the possible shutdown of the court system, which was coming at February 1. I think that was on the horizon for people. The court system has continued to operate. We get to February 1 and the court system starts shutting down. You have complex litigations that would shut down. You have criminal trials that would shut down. I don't want to overstate what impact that had, but I do think people were starting to look out and seeing how the shutting down of the court system really impacts, one, at a symbolic level, the total dysfunction of government, and then two, the impact that it does have on people's lives and the economy more broadly.
Brian, though, if we're talking about at the outside from the reporting so far, opening this up for another month or so, do you feel confident that we are not going to have another shutdown at that point?
I wouldn't make that prediction. Anybody that makes that prediction really doesn't know what the environment is like in Washington these days. It's totally unpredictable. Kelly, if we were having this conversation 2-3 years ago, or let's go back 12 years ago and into another Republican administration, I would say with some confidence, no, I don't think there's going to be another shutdown. We'll continue to kick the can down the road. In today's environment, it's totally unpredictable. We don't play by the old rules. And so I can't tell anybody with any confidence that there won't be another shutdown. I think it's a fool's errand to try and predict that at this point.